The story of our first 10K in MRR as an AI B2B SaaS startup. I'm Isabella, one of the co-founders of camelAI. We're an AI data analytics solution that lets you build web apps, dashboards, PowerPoints, Excel spreadsheets, blogs, you name it, but you can host anything that you create anywhere or embed it anywhere. camelAI is for multi-source data analytics and sharing. Think like Lovable for data analytics, and our goal is to kill Power BI and Tableau. So our first 10K in MRR came from inbound and outbound sales. So to be clear, this is for a B2B product, and I'm constantly iterating on both my inbound and outbound approach. There's no one and done. You're going to be experimenting forever. So for my outbound, I use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to create a list of highly targeted prospects. I kept it to 50, and to this day, I still keep it to about 50. That gives me the opportunity to really research each company and each person on my list to make sure it's a legitimate fit. Um, I made sure I had the right seniority level and the right keywords in their titles that would mean that they're interested in my product. Then I crafted messaging and I did just pure LinkedIn outbound. I use email sequencing from time to time, but I have had personally not the most amazing response rate or really success at all in the last year with emails. All of my outbound has come from LinkedIn. And the messaging, especially during the early days of Camel, was feedback focused. So I wasn't asking these executives for a sales meeting or time on their calendar to like pick their brain if they're interested in yada yada. I was asking for feedback. We're building in your space. I think it's a solution that would be really exciting for you, but more that you would have something to tell me and I can learn from you. So from those conversations, you actually can spin it into a sales call, but more on that later. From those first 50 contacts, like my very first cohort, I landed one 36K annual recurring deal. And that took about 3 months to close from the first contact made. And then I am still talking to leads from that, very first cohort of 50 contacts. Right now, the lead that I'm thinking of is in a 50K pilot with us, and the floated contract value was about 250K plus resale of our product since they're considering a white label version, using it in their own tool. So I continue to do this outbound cycle of like 50 contacts per cycle because I like to be very specific about who I want to speak to. The next is inbound. So we did a Hacker News launch. For those of you that don't know, Hacker News is like Reddit, but for the tech world. It's built by Y Combinator, so it's very tech forward and, in the startup world, people, typically engineers. And we found an API online to scrape all of the posts, comments, and users from Hacker News. We then took that data and hosted it in a ClickHouse database and made it a free tool for anyone to log into Camel and start analyzing or asking anything they want of the data set. We posted, of course, on Hacker News. That got about 3,000 people in a day to log in from our product. And what's amazing about content in general is that it's compounding, right? So the longer it's out there, the longer people will have access to it and they'll be able to see it. As long as you're refreshing the post, maybe not the Hacker News post, but if you're keeping things fresh, people will continue to see it. So, in all, our path to 10K MRR was through LinkedIn outbound of really hyper specific people and Hacker News posts. So, posting in a forum somewhere public where people who are interested in your product live and post and talk. We had a mix of enterprise sales, which was average ACV of 40K annually. And then we had PLG at around $50 per month per user. And that's more of our prosumer type approach for startups or small businesses. I'm probably going to dive into each one of these subjects a little more, so stay tuned.